Welcome to the official CRT public content. So I decided there's no better pair to start this off with than the US dollar index because I feel like it covers a very broad market perspective because there are lots of things that involve the US dollar. So just starting into this, on the monthly time frame, since we are approaching the end of the month, the monthly time frame does hold significance. As you can see, there are 2 days left, right? So first thing first, right? The focus is primarily just the previous candle or the previous two candles. So pretty much within this area. So the first thing that I actually want to do here on this monthly time frame is pay attention to the candlestick so you can get an idea of the candle memory within this area. Okay. You want to pay attention to the candle memory. And what I mean by candle memory is pay attention to what this candle is doing, and it will help you understand the structural intent that's on a lower time frame within this overall area. So first thing first, right? We can see that this low or this open, because it didn't really have a low, right, was swept, okay, on the monthly time frame. So what you can actually do is you could actually, if you want to, CRT low, and then mark up now the CRT high on the same monthly time frame, right? Where's the M? There we go. And so what you're just doing is capturing the volume of the overall direction, right? So you see price was here, it swept, and now it's been slowly rising higher, higher, and it could be potentially targeting this high on this monthly time frame, right? Now, if we take a little look to our left, we can also see that we have a minor liquidity interaction here, okay? This is the liquidity interaction, right? It simply points from this area. Once you take a look left, this little area of liquidity is a monthly area. Price came, tapped into this area. So this is the liquidity interaction that we're actually acting within, from price touching this point and then starting to get a rejection, right? And so overall, our directional flow is in this within this area is technically currently all aligning bullish for the monthly time frame so far. Okay. Now let's take this a little bit lower and let's go to the weekly time frame and see what is happening from here. All right. And so from the weekly time frame, you see that pretty much price is now acting within another liquidity interaction area. Okay, here. So now that's pretty much it for the weekly time frame. So just going down lower, right, to see more detail on the daily. Now we're starting to get closer into what's actually happening right now. And what I can begin to see, right, is that we are operating, well, not even going to get into that yet. Let me just see. Okay, so price is currently reacting within this area. So just by looking off this candle would then cause either two possibilities, right? It will obviously either break out from this area and target this high, or this daily candle, because we are on the daily time frame, right? It will reject. Just imagine this candle rejecting, right? And then it might possibly begin to perform into this daily CRT and drop within this range if the bearish momentum starts to come into the market, because we're still very early into the day. It's only 8:52 right now, so the overall volume hasn't kicked in. So this could still potentially reject, and then we start to act back within this area. If, let me see, let me just draw out the full daily CRT cycle, well, candle from high to low, and even the 50%, just so everything is here. All detail will be captured. Right, 50% here. CRT 50%. Okay, so this is just the very basic understanding from what I can get of a possibility from the daily time frame if this rejects. Now we're going to get into the more detail from the 4-hour time frame, because it all depends on what happens within this area, right? So just by taking a look at the 4-hour time frame, I can already spot that our true range is possibly within this area. Okay, so this high point here, if this area holds, what this actually is doing is it is acting like a potential key level, because it is the last high that price is currently acting within here, right? And so our low of this range then will be here. So this is currently our primary range, high, low. Okay. Then this is about what actually happens with price in real time. So either this daily candle projection will play out, or okay, there's two choices. Okay, depending on just based off of what price is currently doing, what I can see is if this area does not actually hold, the directional pressure could actually continue higher and then target this high here from, let me see when this was. This high was created Monday, June 23rd. So it will possibly target this high if it breaks out of this area. But if this directional pressure actually shows rejection, what we could possibly be actually entering is a very new price sequence of accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So what I mean is possibly, right, this area could be acting as simply the accumulation. We could have the manipulation happening somewhere within this area. So either if price does fulfill this high, it will be simply fulfilling the manipulation. And then, but see, if price starts to become back bearish, and we could start maybe closing and start seeing bearish volume come back in, and ultimately, if our bearish volume comes back underneath this area within the range, then we are going to see lower prices. Okay. But if this area actually does not hold and it breaks and continues higher, we can see higher prices up until that previous high. Right. And so now just to let me see if I can, would this possibly help? Right. Sort of. Okay. You could sort of, if you draw the fib here, you can see prices came back to this area and is now in pursuit possibly of this negative 27% area, which is ultimately in alignment with our manipulation, and it is in alignment with our monthly high. So these are the current possibilities for price as of right now. If you found this video valuable, don't just watch, go apply these things, mark your chart, rewatch this video, whatever you need to do to grab this information, right? And so now to go deeper and get the rest of this analysis, join my YouTube membership Inner Access, or you can step into the private mentorship and leave nothing off the table. So for now, I'm going to go into my mentorship, break this chart down even further and get more detail off of what the price is actually getting ready to do right now. But yeah, see y'all in the next video.